So this guy, probably one of the most underrated goalies of the 1980s and into the 90s. For 2 decades, he was at the elite level of hockey on many, many occasions. Not only for the Minnesota North Stars, but the various other teams he played for. When Don Beaupre broke into the NHL from Waterloo, Ontario, after a strong career with the Sudbury Wolves, he was one of the smallest goalies in the association. At 5'8", 190, you would probably never see a goalie that small play a regular shift in the NHL like he did back then. He also played with the Capitals, the Senators, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, he was a 2-time NHL All-Star. He played in the 33rd NHL All-Star game in 81 and the 43rd NHL All-Star game in 92. Now, as a rookie in 81, Beaupre appeared in the Stanley Cup Finals with the North Stars, losing to the vaunted New York Islanders. Now, again, his major recognition, which led him to be drafted 37 overall in 1980 by the Minnesota North Stars, came from his great career with the Sudbury Wolves in that season. Now, he had played 59 games that year, 28, 29, and 2, with a 4.32 average and a 5-4 record in the playoffs. Now, as one of the top-rated goalies in the 1980 NHL draft, Beaupre didn't last very long and was again claimed the second round by the Stars. Now, in 81, with Minnesota, Beaupre started to split goalie duties with Gilles Meloche, the big veteran, and again appeared in the All-Star game. Now, he did win Game 4 of the series 4-2 against the Islanders, but that wasn't enough of momentum for the Islanders to be knocked off. Now, after several successful years with Minnesota, he was eventually traded in 89 to the Washington Capitals. Now, Beaupre continued to play well and benefit from the Rodway-led defense in Washington in the early 90s. He led the NHL with 5 shutouts in 91 and then won a career-high 29 games in 92. By the mid-90s, however, the Capitals were looking to Olaf Kolzig to lead them in goal. Now, Beaupre was eventually shipped to the weak Ottawa Senators, where he saw plenty of rubber in 71 games over 2 seasons in the early development year. Now, Beaupre was also the first Ottawa netminder of the modern Senators to register a shutout. By the time he was traded to Toronto in 96, the veteran's reflexes were unfortunately not as good as it was earlier. He eventually retired in 1997 after spending most of that campaign with the St. John's Maple Leafs of the AHL. Now, Beaupre is currently the owner and president of an aerial lift equipment company in Minneapolis. Now, overall, best season of Washington, by my view, was that 92 campaign. Even though he did play in the minors that year. 93, 27 wins, 94, 24 wins. In Ottawa, those tough years, of course. He only won 14 games over 71 contests, but like I said, the early years of the Senators were quite rough. He saw spot duty with Toronto and also played in the Utah Grizzlies to wrap up his career. Now, NHL totals, 667 games played, 268, 277, 75, 38,000 minutes, 17 shutouts, and again, those 5 blanks in 91. Playoff totals, quite successful. 33 and 31 and 72 games with a 3.35 average. Now, there was 5 reasons that Minnesota made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Him and Meloche, Bobby Smith, Steve Payne, and Ciccarelli or Cicarelli. So you look at the great success that Minnesota had in those early years, and Minnesota's trade of him to Washington also helped solidify the Washington franchise after some really tough years where he didn't make the playoffs. But now in 2021, Washington is still a big success, and he built the foundation. When you think of Washington, ladies and gentlemen, you think of goaltending, and Beaupre there, and Olaf Kolzig as well. So again, this is another request from our good buddy Bo Sheaves. We thank Bo for the request, and like Bo and I like to say, keep your stick in the ice. Have a good day. Bye.